So using your microphone and camera in a flexible classroom is pretty simple. We put all the controls inside of the touch panel on a single page for you to access your camera control and obviously your microphone control. So as you can tell, I'm wearing a lavalier at the moment. A lot of our newer rooms are now including a lavalier. It's docked on your podium to charge. You simply pick it up, clip it on. If you have nothing to clip it to, we are including one of these lanyards on the podium as well for you to wear, like I'm wearing around my neck. Some classrooms may not have lavaliers in it. Instead, they have ceiling microphones. And they will also do a great job of picking up your voice from anywhere around the room. As long as you project the way you normally would to 20, 30 students in your classroom, the microphones will pick you up just as well for the Zoom call. So moving ahead, the camera, which you're seeing me through right now, is the room camera. This one's on the wall, somewhere in the ceiling. We have some different options that we'll dive into right now. So on the touch screen, you'll notice there is a advanced control button now added. If you press that, it brings up your control, both for camera and audio. So you'll see a couple buttons up top, zoom in, zoom out. So right now, for example, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom out just to give you an idea of how much these rooms can pick up. And then I can move it over to the left, to the right, and have full manual control of where you want this camera to point. Then down below, we have some presets that are set already by default. So when you first turn this system on, podium is what's gonna come up. So once you turn the room on, here's where the camera sits. Once you start a Zoom call, this is where the camera is gonna pick you up. The other preset is front of room. So if that day I decide to be standing in front of the class, or if I'm a professor that prefers to kind of pace a little bit and engage my students, then I would just zoom out and keep that front of room preset to do so. And again, manual control is always available. So if I press podium, that'll bring me back here. But if I wanted to manually take it over, let's say to the whiteboard to pick up some of what I wrote down, I can just kind of pan that over and even zoom in a little bit. And it's a pretty clear picture of what I wrote. I can even kind of stand over here, and if I want, kind of work on this whiteboard and project that out to Zoom as well. So taking you back to the touch panel for the microphone controls. So there's two levers here, up and down. Microphone volume, which is the mic I'm wearing right now. It'll raise and lower both microphones that are docked here on your podium. And the other one's called virtual users volume. That means the remote students online. So for whatever reason you have a student that's not coming in very high, you can't understand what they're saying, you can tap that up and bring them up a little higher. It'll bring up the entire Zoom call into the room. I will say Zoom does a great job in automatically adjusting gain levels, both yours going out and theirs coming in. But in case you need to override that, here and there, those two options are available for you right here on this control page. To get out of here, I'll just X out, takes me back to the home page, which we are all familiar with. And that is camera control and audio control for Flex Classrooms.